Testing, test.
In 1958, the PSFCA introduced the Big 33 Classic football game to the state of Pennsylvania. Over the past 62 years, Pennsylvania has been the home of the Classic, having been played in both Hershey and Harrisburg. Over time, the game has evolved by featuring teams from both the east and west of the state, as well as opponents from the nation, Texas, Ohio, and Maryland. The Big 33 Classic has grown to become one of the premier all-star football games for graduating high school student athletes. It has showcased athletes that have gone on to have amazing careers within college football and the NFL, some even earning the prestigious honor of being inducted to the NFL Hall of Fame. There has never been an NFL Super Bowl game played that did not include Big 33 alumni on the rosters. The Big 33 Classic has continued to grow momentum among Pennsylvania communities, earning the title of the Super Bowl of high school football. The Big 33 Classic is more than just about putting on a high school all-star football game. The Classic provides student athletes the opportunity to create amazing, long-lasting memories and connections within surrounding local communities. During the week of the game, local host families open their homes to players, sharing meals, experiences, and forming lasting bonds. In more recent years, the Big 33 has partnered with our armed forces and the Lebanon VA Hospital. Student athletes have the opportunity to show their support, appreciation, and gratitude to America's veterans. Adding to the experience of the game is the Big 33 Cheer Program, consisting of some of the most talented cheerleaders within the state. One of the most popular events amongst the student athletes is the Buddy Program. The program teams up a child with special needs with players and cheerleaders to experience the many exciting moments throughout the week leading up to the main event.
Test 1, 2, check, check. Well, I'm going to give him this one so we can get started.
Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. See, with Billy, you never know if he's serious or not. Do I restart the whole thing or we just go from here? Didn't hear anything I said. Okay. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. Once again, we welcome you here to Bishop McDevitt High School, who's going to be the host for the Big 33 game this spring, held Memorial Day weekend. And we're very excited for you to be with us. With the opening video showed the amazing history of the Big 33 and the players who've come through it, starting all the way back in 1958 when the Team Pennsylvania defeated the team from the national team, which was players selected from across the United States from all 49 other states. Pennsylvania won both the 58 and 59 game, defeating the national team. So, and in that very first game, playing for Team Pennsylvania was a young man by the name of Herb Adderley. Herb went on to college greatness and then on to the NFL, where he played for the Packers and the Cowboys on his way to the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Herb started a tradition that's been ongoing since that very first year, which is there's never been a Super Bowl played without an alumni from the Big 33 in the game. So Herb played in Super Bowls 1 and 2, and then for the Cowboys, again, in Super Bowls 5 and 6. And then it's just blossomed from there. I think the largest amount of former Big 33 players who've been on the field at a Super Bowl is 10 in a single season. The year the Eagles lost to the Patriots 24-21, there was 10 former Big 33 participants involved in the game on the field at that year. So tradition is great. Tyler Boyd from the Bengals this year was the Big 33 alum. Tyler was the MVP of the 2013 Big 33 game, and an amazing game. If you look it up, watch some of the highlights of Tyler Boyd in high school from Pennsylvania. He represented the Big 33 this year as a player on the field. So that continues. We expect that to go on for years to come. We want to thank our sponsors for 2022, Dauphin County, UPMC, Safer, ProTech Head Protection, Highmark and Penn State Health, Titan Threads, Webster Fitness, The Funding Zone, Under Armour, GK Elite, the United States Marine Corps, and the National Guard. Without our sponsors, a lot of these activities and events can't go on, so we really appreciate their support. We have a lot of dignitaries with us here today. We're going to introduce them individually, and some are going to come up and speak to us today. With us today also, we want to welcome Eastern Manager Director from the PSFCA, Mr. Mike Farr. Thank you, Mike, for being here with us today. We appreciate that. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to the Executive Director of the Big 33. Gary, how many titles do you have? Like 8, 9 titles, something like that? That could take the whole hour. So please join me in welcoming the Executive Director of Big 33, Mr. Gary Cathell.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it very, very much. He is the voice of Big 33. That's what I tease him about all the time. He got that great voice. But welcome. Welcome to the new home of the Big 33. We're very excited to be here. We're very excited to make our announcements today. You know, we have some of the players selected here, and I don't think that they can be seen yet on camera. So you guys are okay. You're kind of hidden. I'd like to thank the cheerleaders. We have some representatives from the cheerleaders who went through a very physical tryout to make the rosters. We're glad to have them here today. And we're also very glad to have two of our buddies here today, which we're going to recognize a little bit later. I really like to take this opportunity to thank Bishop McDevitt, especially Dave Gardner. Dave is here. Dave, stand up, please. We're going to recognize him. the staff here at Bishop McDevitt, from the very first time that we talked on the phone to meeting, man, I tell you, it was fantastic. We felt the energy coming from Dave. He really, and his staff really wanted to have us here. It was a perfect opportunity. And with their help and the fine facility, we are looking to put on some very, very fine and outstanding events that people will remember for the rest of their lives. I want to mention my staff who work all year long to make things happen here. They are here. Some are home, some are sick, some couldn't be here today, but I feel that it's very, very important. Nothing would happen without these people and the work that they do. John Weaver, Nicole Whitmire, Carolyn Ropp, Renee Karstetter, who's here. John's here as well. Billy Splain. Billy's in the back putting this all together, the live stream. Larry Moore up here in the front. Ed Weaver, who is in charge of our website. These people, they work many, many hours. And again, even though this is pretty much a 2 or 3 day event, we plan all year long. When the game is over in May, we begin meeting again for the next game. So personally, to all of you and on the staff, thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication. I would like to talk a little bit about all of the events that are going to go on Memorial Day weekend. It has been a home run for us, more or less, to move the Big 33 and the East-West games together over the Memorial Day weekend. We're trying to capture all of Pennsylvania and Maryland to make it a high school football weekend. Over that period of time, we have many, many events, and I'm going to go over them briefly, and you'll understand why it takes so much planning and organization. We'll first start off on May 26th, Thursday. That's when all of the players from both Maryland and Pennsylvania will come into town. They will be staying with host families who are a tremendous part of the Big 33 family. These players will stay with the host families for the entire time that they are here, and they will be their parents by extension as the week progresses. We will have a team picnic that day, and then practice begins not only for the players but the cheerleaders. They will practice all day Friday, and then we start our events. The first event that will take place Saturday is our PSFCA 5-Star Combine, which will have players who participated in our 5 original combines, a top player, and we will have a showcase showcasing those great players for the future here on Saturday. Saturday evening, we have a huge pep rally. It will take place here. The cheerleaders have a big task. They do a lot of the planning for that event, and our buddies will be here. It will be a great day. That's the day the players and the buddies will get together. It'll be an unbelievable event at the pep rally. Coach Franco, please make sure you have your dancing shoes on for that event. Sunday morning, as we start to get into the game weekend, Sunday morning we will have the big school East-West All-Star game that will kick off at 12 noon. At 3 p.m., the PSFCA will be having the Hall of Fame induction ceremony here at the school for the 5 Hall of Famers of high school coaches. At 5 p.m., we will have our small school East-West All-Star game. And then that evening, we will finish with our honors recognition night, which will take place here in the auditorium to honor the players, the cheerleaders, for all of their hard work. And that particular night, guys, we're going to have the coin flip, and Coach, you guys will know who's going to get the ball and who's not going to get the ball, and think about that strategy all night long. As we wake up on that Sunday morning, another one of our partners, which Rick mentioned earlier, was the National Guard. They are coming into the Big 33 this year, and we are partnering with them to recognize the Gold Star families. These are military soldiers that have either sacrificed their lives or have had a huge impact in the military. We are pairing a Gold Star family up with each one of the Pennsylvania and Maryland players, and we are going to have a big breakfast on Sunday morning at Fort Indiantown Gap to recognize and to have the players meet their Gold Star family. The Gold Star will be represented on the uniform of the Big 33 players, and it is a very, very honored insignia. On Monday morning, a lot of events and activities going on. We have the Marine Corps is sponsoring a military, what they call a Murph CrossFit competition. The last several years, it has just been with the Marine Corps. It is a competition of their new recruits from Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Baltimore. This year, we are extending invitations to the Navy, the Air Force, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, right? All of the branches of the service. And also we are going to put together a veteran CrossFit team. Any vet that may be interested to participate in this. More details to come on that. At 9:30, we will have a free USA Football clinic to the youth here in the area. We encourage all of the kids to come participate. A good 40-minute workout for the kids. We'll have different sessions. More information will be coming on the USA Football Youth Clinic. Then starting at 11 o'clock, we will have our fan experience, which will entail a lot of events. There'll be food, there'll be music, we will have games. The county agencies will be here. We'll have a lot going on out there, and then that's going to lead us to the 2 o'clock kickoff here in the stadium for the 65th annual game. So with a lot being said there, we have a lot to do over the next couple of months, and really looking forward and excited to have this. Personally, on a final note here, I'd like to thank Mike and George. Chad's not here, and George Connor, the people at Dauphin County. For the last 6 or 7 years, I've had the opportunity to work with them, and this game probably would not be going on without their support and help over the past several years. I thank you for being here today, and I know you'll come up and say a few words, but thank you so much for your support, and we appreciate it very, very much. So at this time, I'm going to give the mic back to Rick and let people of importance come up here and talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, it's going to be a very busy weekend for sure when we get to the Big 33 weekend with the All-Star Games. Anybody who's ever been involved in a Gold Star family or mom event, one of the two schools that I announce games for has a Gold Star mom game every year, and it's just an emotional thing. You only earn the Gold Star by basically giving your life in service of your country. So these folks are all survivors of dealing with that tragedy. And so I think for the players, it's something you'll never ever forget. All right, moving on. Again, we're grateful to our host, Bishop McDevitt High School. With that, I want to introduce one of their staff, very important staff member here, is the athletic director, Tommy Mealy from Bishop McDevitt. Tommy is tremendous at his job. He also has a great loyalty to certain college football teams that I also share. Please welcome Mr. Tommy Mealy.
Thank you very much, Rick. Thank you very much, Gary, executive group of the Big 33. Good morning to everyone here, and good morning to everyone watching on the live stream. I'm Tommy Mealy, the athletic director at Bishop McDevitt. I'll be serving as the game event manager for the Big 33 experience in the weekend. On behalf of Bishop McDevitt High School and the administration team, President Dr. David Gardner, Principal Vincent Harper, and the athletic department. We're very proud to host and work with the Big 33 organization moving forward. Our goal is to uphold the standards of excellence that the Big 33 game experience has produced over the years with the rich history of this football game. We look forward to working with everyone. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us going forward. I wish everyone good luck, all the players, the buddies, the cheerleaders, the host families. Good luck as we move the game experience, really kicking off today with the end goal being the Big 33 Classic event, the 65th year anniversary over Memorial Day weekend. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Tommy. Appreciate that. Again, this game wouldn't continue on without the tremendous support from Dauphin County. Gary is obviously a very important person, Gary Cathell, because he calls them Mike and George. I call them Mr. Commissioners, Mike Prees and George Hartwick. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hold your applause, please. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dauphin County, the capital county of Pennsylvania. It is an honor and a privilege to be here today, and we look forward to hosting this event every year, and it's something that generates $1.2 million on average in economic development here in Dauphin County. That's something that we are very, very proud of. To the players and the cheerleaders, when you walk on that field, you become part of history, a history that started back in the 50s at Hershey Park Stadium when these teams played the great teams from Texas and the United States All-Stars, and then going through to Ohio and Maryland, and I believe even New Jersey one year. And every Super Bowl, as I mentioned, there's been at least one player from the Big 33, and that is quite a historic moment. And one of you potentially, or some of the folks mentioned today, are going to be on that field for a future Super Bowl. So just remember where you came from, remember and thank your parents, thank your coaches over the years who gave you their most prized personal treasure, their time to make sure that you were at practices on time and supported you throughout the years. And at this time, it is my honor and privilege to turn it over to my colleague, George P. Hartwick III. George?
Thank you, Mike, and welcome everybody. This is a big stage for what I remember as a kid to be a bigger-than-life event. I remember being a mascot almost with the leg braces on in the 1977 year with Mickey Minnick as a coach, who later then went on to the Big 33. But to see the individuals that made it to the Big 33, they were like the NFL stars. I mean, these guys are already positioned as one of the best players in one of the best states for football in the country. And now to be able to have this recognition and honor as a launching pad to many of them successful and hopefully incredible college and professional career is quite the honor. And now to have it at a first-class facility with the level of support of all of the surrounding events, and then to add to that, the cheerleaders and their unbelievable accomplishments. I know I just saw Central Dauphin Rams took the national championship for cheerleading here in Central Pennsylvania, and we know the level of expertise and athleticism it takes for you ladies to be able to compete. So let's give the cheerleaders a round of applause today. And then the Buddy program, the idea of bringing together and connecting the lives of individuals who have special needs to be able to let them look up to and connect with families and heroes that they can be able to cheer for and be connected to. There are so many unbelievable stories over the history of athletes that have come back and connected with their little buddies to be able to make sure that both their quality of life and their hope and their outlook towards the future are changed forever as a result of this unique experience. So, my thoughts are best wishes. I mean, last year I saw in my notes we had a player from every Super Bowl, again, a part of the Big 33. Last year it was Tyler Boyd, who was a player from Clairton. But let's not forget also Noah Spence, who made that 53-man roster and was also a player here at Bishop McDevitt School. So it's possible. We know we've got a vision. We've got incredible coaches, a great program. And then lastly, I'd like to mention, I know that we also have an event on that day to connect people to local services. So the idea of this being a community event and all the things that have come after a result of this pandemic, particularly in the mental health crisis, individuals struggling with substance abuse, all of those concerns, if you don't want to talk about it in other settings, you can come to the Big 33 pregame and to be able to actually connect with people that might be able to deliver you to some level of healing and hope. So tying all that together, I think, makes for a unique and special event. And I know the Board of Commissioners, Chairman Mike Prees, Chad Saylor, and I are grateful to play a small role. Congratulations to the players and cheerleaders.
Thank you, Commissioner Prees and Commissioner Hartwick, very much for being here today. All right, as Mr. Hartwick mentioned, the cheerleaders are a very important facet and component of the Big 33. They work equally as hard and put together very complex dance routines. If you guys haven't seen them yet, you're certainly going to become quickly aware of that. I want to welcome the cheerleaders and who are here with us today. You guys can please stand as I introduce you. PA cheerleading team, Casey Segan from Cumberland Valley. Tony Bell from Central York. Maryland cheerleading team, Peyton Durr from PA Elite Cheerleading. Also from PA Elite, Courtney Hall. And Giselle Jones from Red Lion. Before we introduce our buddies, I want to call up Casey. Casey's going to say a few words on behalf of the cheerleaders.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Casey Segan, and over here is my friend Sydney. I'm here representing Cumberland Valley High School, and I'm honored to represent Pennsylvania. Cheering for Big 33 means so much to me because I've been a buddy for PA ever since I was a little kid. Having buddies during the game for me is the best part. That's what the Big 33 halftime show is all about, inclusion and feeling like you belong. And being able to include them in the performance is absolutely inspiring. So I'm happy to say that I am now, from watching from the sideline, from being a little kid, to be on the team and represent Pennsylvania. Go PA. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. I want to apologize. I missed our host school cheerleaders. Marciana Easterly, Casey Cobb, April Hess Moore, and Lauren Lamp. All the way back in 1985, the first year that the Buddy program became part of the Big 33, and like as previously mentioned, folks with special needs, a chance to sort of interact and become part of another family and become involved and not pushed to the outside and just become the center of attention. And so we're very excited. We have two of our buddies here today. Sydney Hoon from East Pennsboro High School is our cheer buddy with us today. Welcome, Sydney. And our player buddy from Carlisle High School, Bryson Steinling. I want to thank them for being with us today. All right. Moving on to our next important feature, which is the selection of the coach. Once again, Pennsylvania has found a tremendous leader, teacher, and successful coach to be the head coach for the Pennsylvania Big 33 team this year. This year's head coach has a combined record of 261 wins, 128 losses, and 2 ties in his, is it 45-year career you said? 44, sorry. I won't give too many. Between Tyrone, Altoona, and Penn Cambria. More than 200 of those wins were at Tyrone. He's taken his team to 3 state title games, including winning the gold medal in 1999 with the Golden Eagles. He has 11 district championships. Most importantly, though, he wanted to make sure I thanked his wife for coming today. Thank you, Mrs. Franco, for coming today. It's my pleasure to introduce the 2022 Pennsylvania Big 33 head coach, Mr. John Franco.
You can get my wife.
Well, thank you, folks. It's great to be here, and I want to thank the student athletes for being here today. Guys, that's great. You guys are going to be giving a little talk here later on. You know that, right? No more than 5 minutes. You'll be okay with that. The lineman can represent everybody. But no, it's a great honor for my staff and I to be selected to coach the Big 33 game. We want to express our gratitude to Gary and the Big 33 staff for selecting us. It is quite an honor. We have a great staff put together here, and I'd like to introduce, and that's my job here, to introduce the staff. I can even tell you what positions they're going to be coaching. So guys, pay attention and you'll see who your coach is going to be. And that coach will be the liaison between you guys and the Big 33 game. So you can pay attention here. We have from Bell Vernon High School, Matt Humbert, and Matt will be coaching the quarterbacks and the running backs. We have TJ Plack from Peters Township, and TJ will be coaching the wide receivers. We have Dave Hahn from Manheim Central, and Dave will be coaching the offensive line. We have Devin Johnson from Imhotep Charter, and Devin will be coaching the defensive backs. We have Bruce Fleming from Wissahickon, and Bruce will be coaching the defensive tackles. We have Paul Raduzzi from Bangor. Paul will be coaching the linebackers. We have Tony Penna from Conemaugh Township, and Tony will be coaching the defensive ends. So based on your position, guys, you will be contacted by your individual position coach in the next couple of weeks. Basically, guys, like I said, our staff is very excited to be affiliated with the Big 33. I coached as an assistant here back in 2000 with Mike Pettin, a legendary Pennsylvania coach. And it's such a great situation. The group does a heck of a lot of work. And I knew Gary and his guys did a lot, but until you see it on a day-to-day basis, you really can appreciate it. So, again, I look forward, and our staff looks forward to representing Pennsylvania. And we can't wait to get started, right, guys? I know you guys are going to be great. You guys are going to have an experience like you've never had. And you will all be so much better in college after participating in the Big 33. And one of you guys is going to be in the Super Bowl, right? It has to be. You know you're going to be there, all right? So get ready for it. And like I said, we're looking forward to the game, and we can't wait to get started. Thank you very much.
Coach. All right, thank you, Coach, and good luck to you and your staff. You said about rewarding week for them. This might be the easiest coachable week for you, right? You got all good players on every spot, right? It's just hard deciding who's going to start where and who's not going to start where. And you can tell I've hosted these things for a long time because I made sure I thanked his wife first, and because he didn't do it when he came up here. So, all right. It is time for the big event. It's what one of the reasons everybody came here today. It's the chance to meet the 2022 Pennsylvania Big 33 squad. All right, we're going to roll the video. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Hey guys, thank you very much. Welcome to the Big 33 Classic. I'm Gary Crispin from KISS FM Radio, iHeartRadio in Central PA, and a host for a lot of years of the Crispin Morning Show. I also have been the owner of Cable Sports Productions in Central PA for 35 plus years. We did some of the great games, some of the greatest stars that played in the Big 33 game, and also the longtime radio voice of the Little League World Series. You know, when you start talking football, the Cincinnati Bengals star Tyler Boyd stepped on the field in Super Bowl 56. Now, the former Clareton Bears star extended one of the most amazing streaks in all of sports. He joined a long list of players who have played in both the Big 33 All-Star Game and the NFL Super Bowl. Matter of fact, there's never been a Super Bowl played without a participant from the Big 33 All-Star Game. This distinction has earned the game the nickname Super Bowl of high school football. On top of that, Boyd had one of the greatest games of all time when he played in the Big 33 Classic. The year was 2013. Not only did Boyd return the opening kickoff 92 yards for a touchdown, in all he scored 4 times in 4 different ways that day, forever carving his name in Big 33 lore. The only question is, will there be somebody from this year's team that keeps the streak alive just like Boyd?
And there's another one, and he's got it. 2nd and 7. Everson looking downfield, sees a man, lets it fly, and he scores.
And now, without further delay, let's meet the 2022 Pennsylvania Big 33 team, starting on defense. At defensive tackle, LaVon Johnson, Allentown Central Catholic. At defensive tackle, William Harvey, Mount Lebanon. At defensive tackle, Dylan Jones, Bishop Shanahan. At defensive end, Enai White, Imhotep Charter. At defensive end, Nate Voorhees, Stroudsburg. At defensive end, Keon Wiley, Imhotep Charter. At inside linebacker, Jeremiah Hasley, Pine Richland. At inside linebacker, Jack Jolly, Penn Trafford. At inside linebacker, Ryan Russo, Bishop McDevitt. At outside linebacker, Abdul Carter, LaSalle College. Outside linebacker, Ken Talley, Northeast. And at outside linebacker, Cade Yacamelli, Penn Trafford. The defensive backs, LeBron Bessick, Coatesville area. At defensive back, Trayshawn Smith, Central York. At defensive back, Makai Flowers, Central Dauphin East. At defensive back, Keenan Nelson, St. Joe's Prep. At defensive back, Patrick Bodie, Gateway. The kicker, Nathan Kirkwood, Greencastle Antrim. The punter will be Matt DiMatteo, Hampton. And the long snapper, Blaze Sokosh Minnick, Wyoming area. Now let's take a look at the offense. At quarterback, Joey Daniels, Mount Lebanon. At quarterback, Ethan Kohler, Perkiomen Valley. At running back, Sam Brown, LaSalle College. At running back, Alec Hexa, Mount Lebanon. At tight end, Aiden Mack, Wyomissing. At tight end, Trenton Dunnick, Central York. At wide receiver, Eli Heidenreich, Mount Lebanon. At wide receiver, Mario Easterly, Bishop McDevitt. At wide receiver, Anthony Ivy, Manheim Township. At wide receiver, Deontay Williams, Woodland Hills. The athlete, Devin Whitlock, Bell Vernon. On the offensive line, Drew Shelton, Downingtown West. On the offensive line, Ryan Brubaker, Cocalico. On the offensive line, Jalen Clem, Pine Richland. On the offensive line, Brad Harris, St. Joe's Prep. On the offensive line, Justin Cognac, Bethlehem Catholic. On the offensive line, Nick Bryan, Thomas Jefferson. And at the offensive line, Trent Fraley, Moon area. Fellas, good luck. Make Pennsylvania proud. That is the Big 33 team for 2022.
Everybody up on stage wanted to see the video, so that's why I'm up here by myself. So we do have some players in attendance with us today. My pleasure to introduce you to Trayshawn Smith from Central York. Stand up, Trayshawn. Ryan Brubaker from Cocalico. Makai Flowers from CD East. Mario Easterly from Bishop McDevitt. And also from Central York, Trenton Dunnick. Congratulations, fellas. I know it's going to be an exciting event for you guys. We'll have, we've chosen Mekhi Flowers to come up and say just a few words on behalf of the players today.
On behalf of the players, I just want to say it's a blessing to be here. This is my first time being here personally. I went to the games before, but this is my first time playing. I just want to thank the Big 33 committee for choosing me and choosing great cheerleaders and great football players. I just know it's going to be a great event and can't wait. We are.
As you can quickly guess, Mr. Flowers is going to Penn State next year. I guess this year. It's only the game's less than 90 days away, so we're very excited. That pretty much wraps up. We were going to announce the Maryland team in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Well, will be formally announced. A couple of things we want to note, for especially those in the audience. There's information. We need host families. If you live within 30 miles of the school here, we'd love to have people host. It's an amazing thing for anybody who's thinking about becoming a host family. Many host families have been invited to players' weddings. They get some tickets for when they get to the NFL and so forth and so on. So you do build a bond even in just a short amount of time. We're looking for buddies, not only football buddies, but cheer buddies. There's information out on the way out today for the cheerleaders and the player buddies. Just a reminder that the annual Big 33 golf outing is July 29th at Dauphin Highlands. Thanks to the folks from Journeys Travel as the title sponsor. It's a great event. They have great silent auction items. Many NFL players donate equipment, signatures, jerseys, Hall of Famers, the whole bunch of stuff. If you're a memorabilia collector, it's a great event. And you never know who you meet. Last year I met Mike Allstott, Purdue and Tampa Bay Buccaneers icon and legend, was at the event. So it's a great time. It's a very affordable price. Looking for sponsors as always for those events as well. We good? Almost good. This Thursday. Okay, on this Thursday, the PSFCA will announce the East-West All-Stars on the rosters for the small schools and the big school rosters, correct? Okay, thank you, Billy. Hey, Billy, big hand for Billy Splain here. He did a lot of work putting this all together, all the videos, and even organizing a lot of the event today. Anybody have anything else for go to the order? Okay. Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming today, and as always, please drive home safely.